Good evening, everyone. This is the Sagittarius dog issue. If there's anyone that was born in 1934, I will put those dates up, as I've said in the previous editions. Just drop me a line and I can confirm those for you. Right, so here we are. We've got the Sagittarius dog. What can I say about this character? Let's start as a child. You have probably the most easygoing of the eastern signs here. The dog is accommodating to everyone. It likes to please. It really is such a good-natured person and very kind. And from very early, you'll see a very caring child, a very thoughtful child, especially where others are concerned, and especially with siblings. They make an excellent sibling too. So they'll be very looking out, watchful for their smaller brothers or sisters. So they are ultra caring, but the trouble comes with them when they tend to look as though they've got a frown in their face, in the sense of that they do continually worry. It's a worrier. Remember, the dog's always on guard, and this goes for people. I've known some dog people who may only sleep 2 or 3 hours, because if there's a problem going around and they feel they're on the defensive, it really can upset their pattern of life and their routine. So you marry that with the Sagittarius and you've got another deep thinker, a very deep thinker here. So academically, I don't think there'll be any problems, but there may be a tendency to prefer other mental activities, as in your standard English, geography. I'm not so sure there, but they will have interest and they will go into his interest very deeply. So let's get into the teenage years and into early adulthood. Well, the caring side of this animal really will shine through. This person would be a fantastic union rep, the guy in the workplace where you go to with a problem, or the lady. Ladies tend to be a bit more proactive than the guys even in this, so very out there for justice. This is a justice sign, and because of their so caring natured, and they want to seek the truth. And sometimes this can put them at odds with people, because they need everything straight, they need everything fair. If they feel anything, they're being duped in a way, or there's anything underhanded. Remember, being the dog and on guard all the time, they sometimes find it very difficult to trust, especially big corporations. They tend to, if there's underhanded ways of making money, it won't sit well with them at all. They like to be totally transparent. I've always thought if we had more politicians or more bankers under this sign, we wouldn't have the problems we've got, because they really do encompass the whole things, especially with the Sagittarian. You have got the fire sign, but it's the most tempered of the fire signs, in the sense of they think before they act a lot more than are others in the fire family. So we're coming into the workplace. Yes, by all means employ this person, but I would like to see this person in the creative department, as in making conditions better, or also being a bit of a truth seeker, going out there, seeing what other firms are up to and reporting back and saying, look, they're doing this, but I think we can do it better. Because the great thing about them, because they're so deep and analytical about they take things seriously, they're very honest, and they take great pride in that honesty, that they will make life they make it better for everybody and not just themselves. And this is where we come across their problems sometimes as they get older, and they, through the adolescence, etc., is they do tend to get taken for a fool on occasions, because they're so honest and they're so trustworthy, and they want to believe, that the world's a good place, that they can get tricks. And this doesn't sit well with the dog then, and that's when the worrying aspects come in, and the affected sleep patterns. Insomnia is quite a big problem with this sign, and it's something they have to watch out for, because it's the mental stimulation. Obviously they work great when they've got to analyse something, but it backfires in the sense of they've been badly treated, if they've been hurt in any way, it will manifest in sleepless nights, and really can be quite a grumpy old soul then. But as I say, that doesn't last long with them, because they're very thoughtful and a caring sign, so they tend to sort of shrug it off. They can shrug it off, but where they might have been heartbroken in the past or at any time, this is another problem where they don't tend to trust very easily. And I say it's quite hard to get close to one of these people if that has happened, because they don't then tend to they shy away from that situation quite regularly. And there's quite a lot of single people out there, dog years, and it's quite sad really, because they have so much to offer, but because they may have been hurt that one time, it does really tend to cause a problem with them in the future. But you know, all you can do there is try and gain their trust, and if you're an honest, decent person, then you'll win these people over in the end. You know, at first, you know, it might be tough, but you know, stick with that. If you're looking for a bit of a Don Juan or a bit of a gigolo, forget it. This sign isn't that. They will create a protective environment, and they will be very loving and very caring. But on the sexual side, like that, can be a little bit, how can I put it, a little bit restrained, because they don't always totally let go. But you do get a lady acts like a lady in this relationship, and a man does act like a gentleman, and so you do get the full package in the sense of caring, and you know, somebody, you know, chivalry, which, you know, that's a nice thing to have in this day and age. And when we're talking about sticking to the guns, well, the great Winston Churchill, he was a Sagittarian dog, and as the Germans once said, you know, they've been very tiresome, England, Great Britain's been very tiresome. But it was just because Sir Winston Churchill was always awake, just like this sign, and always ready to defend and protect. You'll never feel lonely with this partner, but you may feel like on the intimate situations. But I would suggest stay with that, and you know, get that full trust, and I think they will unravel. It may take a lot of time. You know, they're not hot-blooded as some of the other signs may be, but you know, you will be treated very well and very fairly. The children of dog parents are very well looked after, and they don't want for anything, especially in an emotional sense. They're very nourished. You know, they will talk openly with their children. Maybe slightly on the strict side, but hey, you know, but it's strict in a good way. It'd be very, for the right reasons, protective and very, as I say, very warm. So this brings me on to the matches. I love to see dogs with horses, because, okay, this might sound an unusual mix, but because the horse is quite an unpredictable character, it settles in really well with the dog. And it's a bit of that opposites thing, where the dog, because it's so sort of easygoing and will let you get to know it to a certain extent, the nice unpredictability of the horse and the shows of generosity from time to time will soften the heart of the dog, and I think that could be an excellent match there. So look for your matches in the Sagittarius horse, Leo horse, an Aries horse, and also an Aquarius horse. They, as I say, that is an absolute excellent match there. And also you've got to look for, I mean, this would be a fantastic team with a tiger, because again you've got both the justice seekers here. And this is a real formidable team, a lovely team. You've still got that nice caring, you're getting it from both ways. So a Leo tiger, an Aries tiger, Aquarius tiger, and also a Sagittarian tiger. And also with the dog, the sign of the pig, another one, central. And the pig has the great depth of breaking down the little barriers there in the intimate situations with the dog. So look for a Leo pig, Aries pig, or an Aquarian pig there. That's a great match. Dogs tend to get on pretty easy with everyone, but one absolute no-no is any dragons of any sort. This would be a disaster, because the dragon's very self-promoting and a bit, he's far too showy for the dog. The dog will not appreciate this, and that could turn nasty. Prolonged rows, etc., and could get quite nasty, because as I say, the dog with any others, well, you know, you've got a good sign here, if you're, but you've got to give this time as I say, they're not red-blooded. They are quite restrained, but if you want this sort of companion, you know, it'd be great. It'd be protected for life and also very careful. So, hey, stick in there. And Sagittarius dog, I hope you've enjoyed this, and everybody else who's got one in the family or looking to have one in the family or whatever. I hope this has helped. Thanks very much. Bye.